no sé qué está pasando, pues no me ha podido hacer mi show a tiempo. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys. And like always, welcome to the Raphael's Insights Show. Welcome to Raphael's Insights, friends. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys. I think you guys thought I wasn't going to get on, pero aquí estoy. Hello, peace, love, and bless. My voice is back. Well, it's starting to fully come back. Ay, una abeja. Oh my God, it's trying to come in here. Hold on. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo friega? Acepto la bendición, pero no te acepto que entres. Ando como la cenicienta. It was a big B2. Así lo vamos a hacer el show. Government is open, I think. It's opening. It's opening. It's not open just yet, but it's opening. Una abejota ahorita se paró aquí en mi puerta y ya se quería meter. Es dinero, es suerte, es todo, lo acepto, pero gracias universo, pero que no se meta a mi oficina. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys, friends. Like always, I did get on a little bit later than usual, pero aquí en todos modos estoy. Los quiero mucho. I love you guys. And yeah, let's get started. I'm doing much better. My throat is getting better. My throat is getting much better. I was able to sing my intro. A little bit a little bit off, but I was able to sing my intro. Bueno, pues let's get started. I do have the NFL predictions. Last week I did it again like how I normally do it. So we'll see cómo salen estas. I did like the way that I did them last week, but the only thing that I noticed was that they're not as accurate. I think that way is good for maybe one prediction, but I think after you do so many, the energy becomes too much and it starts to influence. You start collecting energy from all the teams, so it starts to influence the prediction. So we're gonna try it a different way. Well, not a different way. We're gonna go back to how I was doing it. And yeah, prediction fulfilled. Predication facilation. ¿Dónde está la carta de la justicia? Predication facilation. The government is opening back up. They already voted. I think they have to vote today, or they have to do the final vote. I still see that the government's going to open. The same way with ¿qué les iba a decir? With the government situation, it's going to open. Yeah, it's going to open, friends. A prediction fulfilled. You are going to get your SNAP benefits. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to, instead of them forcing what's his name to give the SNAP benefits, they're just going to wait until the government is open back up so that they could release the SNAP benefits. But the SNAP benefits are going to be released. The SNAP benefits are going to be released. Les digo predicción cumplida, ya se va a abrir el gobierno, predicción cumplida, ya les dije 4 a 6 semanas. ¿Y qué pasó? Que yo creo que vamos a la 6ª semana ya. Y en eso, entonces, ya se va a abrir. Si les van a dar el SNAP Benefits, no. Mucha gente dice que se lo robó. Ahorita vamos a chequear si se lo robó o no, porque yo no lo he chequeado. Vamos a chequearlo antes de hablar de esa situación. Pero con la carta de la justicia, yo sí veo que les van a dar sus SNAP Benefits y ya se va a abrir el gobierno. Definitivamente. Y qué cosa muy fuerte. Ya les dije, amigos, es el año del diablo. I already told you, friends, it's the year of the devil. And with the energy of the year of the devil, y salió el diablo, buscándolo no quiere salir. With the card of the devil, the year of the devil, there's a lot of changes happening to religion right now, especially in Catholicism. The Vatican or the new Pope just put out a statement, um, pretty much changing that apparently the Virgin Mary doesn't do miracles, and that apparently um, that she's not as special. People shouldn't pray to her. And that's the devil, friends. The devil's, unfortunately, since it's a year of the devil's winning right now. But I already told you, God only lets the devil do things to a certain extent, and he slams his hand down. There, with removing that title from the Virgin Mary, very sad, very sad, very sad. And I think that gives more power to the devil. Why? Because now a huge population of people who believed in the Virgin Mary's miracles and have believed in her for a long time, now they're confused. Now they don't know what to do with that. Should they continue believing in her, or should they listen to what the Vatican is saying? It's a really confusing thing, but there's got to be something more behind going on with that situation. Que estaba viendo que le quitaron un título a la Virgen María, que muy mal, pero ya les dije, amigos, que es el año del diablo, es el año del diablo. El diablo anda muy fuerte, pero Dios nomás deja al diablo que haga las cosas hasta un nivel y luego pone su manotazo Dios. Entonces ahí ese fue el diablo, amigos, ese fue el diablo, está ganando, ya está venciendo todo, ya dejó a mucha gente confundido. Ya dejó a mucha gente confundido. Ahora mucha gente que son muy ciegos a la religión, al Vaticano, van a parar de rezarle a la Virgen María. No digo todos, pero yo sé que mucha gente. Entonces ahí como que ya se confundió mucha gente, y yo creo que va a elevar mucho la energía mala. I think that since a lot of people that are very like blindly faithful to the Vatican, to the Pope, they're going to stop praying to the Virgin Mary, and it's going to elevate a lot of negative energy in the earth, in this world. Very sad thing to say. In terms of the Epstein files, actually something that I was talking about in my other channels. In terms of the Epstein files, we're gonna use the Emperor for that. Where's the energy of the Emperor? In terms of the Epstein files, the card of the Emperor dominates that situation. Why? Because to me, what I see in my visions and what I see is that Jeffrey was not the one in charge. He was just like a puppet. The person that's in charge of that whole thing is still out there, and he's still holding a lot of power. It's someone much more powerful than Jeffrey. That's why they continue to still cover it up, because the person that's really involved or in charge of all that is still out there, and they're still trying to move the dominoes to cover that whole situation up. Para en lo de Jeffrey Epstein, el Epstein yo no veo que es el líder. Ahí alguien estaba encargado de Jeffrey, alguien muy poderoso, y como que todavía está moviendo todas las piezas para que todo eso se siga cubrido. Pero ahí es alguien más poderoso que fue encargado. El Epstein yo visualizo que nomás fue como una herramienta, un puppet. Eso es lo que yo visualizo. Let's see. With the card of the Tower, yesterday I was having a dream. I'm not too sure where though. Yesterday I had one of those really, really interesting dream visions that I call them dream visions, or they're more like prophecies. The only thing I did not understand where it was at, but I was in my dream. There was an earthquake. I want to say it's here. I want to say it's here it's either going to be here in the United States, or it's going to be in here in the United States, Alaska, or Asia. That's where I'm thinking. But it felt kind of strong in my dream. It felt pretty strong, or I saw it pretty strong. I don't know what level. Maybe like maybe like 7.7, maybe like 7.6 to an 8.0. I want to say, but it felt really strong. It was such a weird dream. the way that I saw it is it felt like one of those dream visions that I call dream visions. Yo estaba visualizando ayer en la noche, estaba teniendo un sueño y estaba soñando que estaba temblando, amigos. Pero yo pienso que va a ser o va a ser en Estados Unidos, Alaska o que yo sé que Alaska es parte de Estados Unidos, Alaska o Asia, porque era algo muy fuerte. Yo lo vi muy fuerte. Yo digo que va a ser 7.6 a 8.0 ese sismo. Se miró muy fuerte o que va a temblar muy fuerte en estos próximos días. There's going to be a strong earthquake in these next few days. Vamos a ver, ¿qué más? ¿Qué más? Y la pobre Fátima, no la dejan. They're definitely against Fátima. Where's the card of the card of the moon? We'll use the card of the moon for that. In terms of Fátima, the Miss Universe, I had already told you, friends, he was crying crocodile tears, and Nawat was crying crocodile tears, and no, I don't see that he really is sorry, and he's still using his powerful influence to try to knock her down, or to try to get back at her. That's what I see. Ahí lo que se visualiza con el Nahual y la Miss Universo de México, o el Miss Universo de esta Fátima, ahí yo les dije, lágrimas de cocodrilo, no visualizo que está en verdad arrepentido y va a seguir usando su influencia para tratar de tumbarla y vengarse, porque él es bien vengativo. Ahí luego lo estoy viendo y es bien vengativo, va a seguir y es muy poderoso, no sé en qué, pero tal vez en todo eso lo que él está involucrado, pero es muy poderoso. Ahí está usando sus influencias para tumbarla. In terms of my NFL predictions, que falleció que tristemente, where did I leave him? I think those are all the predictions I had, and then we'll do the other predictions. No sé por qué. Que I was already telling you, friends, que los colores ya no se van a ver. Those colors that we were seeing every single day. I know there was a solar storm and there's like the aurora borealis or the aurora is visible. Those weren't the colors I was talking about the other day. The colors that I was talking about are colors that have been appearing every single day all over the world, but nobody pays attention, or like rainbows in the clouds, or the sky just turns purple out of nowhere. It's like colors. It wasn't the aurora. I have pictures so I could show you what I mean, but those colors, they're already gonna stop. It was another universe that was bleeding into ours, but with the solar flare that just happened and it's doing the aurora, that's not the same thing. That's something different. Ahí con lo que les estaba diciendo el otro día de los colores que ya no se van a ver, son colores como que el cielo se estaba pintando de colores. No sé si ustedes notaron. Eran como colores rojos, morados, azules, verdes, amarillos. Habían cosas muy raras que estuvo pasando en los últimos días, de muchos colores que se manifestaban en el cielo. No digo lo que acabó de pasar ayer, que pasó un solar flare y se vio el aurora en todos lados. No, eso no. Eso ya es otra cosa. Yo digo los colores que se estuvieron pintando, rositas bien bonitos, cosas muy así como colores muy bonitos. Ya no se va a ver. Ya no se va a ver eso, pero lo que pasó con el solar flare no es lo mismo. No es lo mismo porque estos colores se han estado pintando ya van como un mes que se han estado pintando. Yo no sé si ustedes los vieron. Que yo sí los vi. Todos los días los vi. Todos los colores que se manifestaban bien bonitos. Y luego se manifestaba uno amarillo con azul. Era algo muy hermoso. Muy hermoso. Hopefully the bee is gone because when I close the door, there's not enough lighting in this room. And there's a little bit of an echo. How are you, friends? ¿Cómo están? It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys, como siempre. Let's pull out the... Y que dicen que esta Wendy Williams, she doesn't have dementia. Ahorita la vamos a chequear. Does Wendy Williams have dementia? Vamos a ver. No, pero a mí sí me sale que sí está mal de la cabeza, friends. No. no sé, ahí, ahí muy difícil toda esa situación con lo de Wendy Williams. Very difficult. I'm gonna continue saying it because yo sí lo veo. They may be saying because she does not have dementia or Alzheimer's or nothing like that. But for me, I still see that there's mental health issues. I do see that when I ask if she does have dementia, the card of dementia came up, which is the card of the fool. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if she's trying to beat some allegations, if what's going on there. Money comes out too, mira, the card of the Ten of Pentacles. Something's going on there. Something's going on there. Definitely, I think this is a battle of money in terms of manipulating the situation. Pero I see that she does have mental health issues, and I do see that there is something wrong with her. Just like Britney Spears, que ya no tarda for my prediction to fulfill, que she's gonna be internada. I was watching a video ahorita les digo de Britney Spears, Pero in terms of Wendy Williams, I still see that she has mental health issues. I still see that she has dementia or she has some sort of a health concern. Maybe it's not exactly where they were looking at it, but there's definitely something going on with her mentally. If there was nothing wrong with her, she would not look the way that she does, friends. And it's not out of like hatefulness. It's not out of like talking bad about her. I don't mind her. I don't talk bad about anybody. It's just a prediction. I still see that she has mental health issues. I still see that there is something going on with her memory in terms of dementia or Alzheimer's or a very strong mental health issue. But I don't see her healthy. That's what I don't understand here. The only thing that I see is money. Lots of money. The Ten of Pentacles is lots and lots of money. So there's something going on there in terms of money behind the scenes. Ahí con lo de Wendy Williams están diciendo que no tiene enfermedad. If Trump can hide his sicknesses, it must not be hard to hide people's health issues. Con Wendy Williams están diciendo que no trae demencia, que está saludable, pero yo la veo bien mal. No, ahorita que pregunto si tiene demencia, le sale la carta de la demencia. Entonces ahí no sé qué está pasando, ahí no les puedo decir. Yo sí veo que sí está mal de salud y está mal de la cabeza. Y le sale la carta del 10 de oros, que dice como que mucho dinero se está moviendo. Ahí yo no sé. Yo no les puedo decir qué está pasando ahí. Tal vez es algo de ricos que pueden pagar y cambiar las cosas de su salud en papel, no sé, pero ahí yo todavía la veo bien mal, o si no se hubiera visto normal, no se ve normal, ahí como se ve no es normal. Y ya les dije que trae mucha brujería. I already told you guys that Wendy Williams has a lot of witchcraft. When she would talk really, really bad about people, I mean, there's consequences to that. There's very powerful people she would talk about, and there's very powerful people who have a lot of access to spiritual practices. Ahí con esto lo de Wendy Williams también se visualiza que es como brujería, amigos. Yo ya les había dicho que Wendy Williams trae mucha brujería, que trae demasiada brujería, y ahí con la brujería es porque hablaba muy mal de mucha gente, muy mal de mucha gente y poderosa. Imagínate, tenían acceso a las brujerías. Yo creo que le hicieron demasiada brujería a Wendy Williams de coraje. Pobrecita. Pero ya les había dicho, trae mucha brujería y sí, yo sí la veo mal. La otra, ya se me ha olvidado de la Britney Spears. Ya no tarda, friends, para que Britney Spears sea internada. Muy triste, no se lo deseo. Es que mucha gente dice que nada está mal con la Britney Spears, ya déjenla vivir su vida. Quedó bien mal de la cabeza, amigos. No es que la están controlando ya, es que está mal de la cabeza. Allí ella, no sé qué pasó también en esa situación, no sé por qué mucha gente pidió que la soltaran. Tal vez yo creo que se ocupa que la cuiden, porque no está bien de la cabeza. Es que se acaba de poner un video que se estaba tocando en su parte privada, en su Instagram, que se estaba alzando el vestido y todo, y que hasta se le podía ver un poco la parte privada a la Britney Spears. Entonces, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando con su mente? Ahí Yo creo que ya no tarda para que esté internada otra vez, porque anda muy mal también ella de la cabeza, friend. Es algo muy triste, no se lo decimos, no la queremos ver así, pero tristemente sí, sí anda muy mal la Britney Spears. Aunque muchos de sus fans digan, no, ya déjenla paz, que ella está bien, está viviendo su vida. No, ella anda bien mal de salud y mental también. In terms of Britney Spears, very sad. I know a lot of people love her, and I love her too. I love her too. Pero in terms of Britney Spears, it's very sad. The whole situation that she's lived her whole life. There, my prediction in terms of her being internada or being having some sort of a health crisis, either mental and being like not locked up, but like being in a health institution, either for her mental health or for her health. I don't think it's going to take any longer. It's going to be manifesting very soon because in terms of that vision, just today or the other day, she posted a video where she was dancing with her dress, and she was lifting her dress, touching her like private part, and you could even see a little bit of her like private part, and she posted this on Instagram. So there, as much as people say leave her alone, she's living her life, she's finally free. I think they did a lot of harm to her as well as fans, because there is something wrong with her, and I think it's not. There's not much. I think there's little time left before we see that she's again either in a mental health institution, or she's having some sort of a mental health crisis, or a health crisis. Because in terms of her, she needs a lot of help. She does need a lot. Quedó mal, friends. Very sad, very sad. Very sad the whole Britney Spears situation. Pero pobrecita, sí, pobrecita. Pero bueno, in terms of my prediction, no sé por qué me desesperó mucho las predictions today, the sports. This is just a fun segment. I really don't want to give it my all, because it is very tiring to give your all to like sports predictions. So I try to just choose them and then roll with them. So this is just a fun segment. Donde quedó the Ace of Pentacles? And however many come out right, they come out right. And however many don't, well, they don't. Last week, well, I think I only got 6. But last week I tried a different method. And I think that method only works for like one team, because like I think I didn't like it to do it non-stop. Aquí estás. This is just a fun segment. Sports predictions, and anything that comes out right, I'll do prediction fulfilled. And what it doesn't, was it didn't. There was a national blackout in the Dominican Republic. I did not see that, Leticia. You know what? Lately, in terms of news, I don't see much news anymore. Like, I feel like the only thing I ever see is what's going on here in the there's so much stuff going on here in the US. It's overwhelming at times, but I did not see that. I forgot to turn on that candle. I did not see that, friends. NFL. These are my picks for this week. Me either. Como que they hide a lot of. I feel like ever since this year started, we don't really get much information from other countries. Like every time something happens in another country, it's like when it already happened. Like we don't really see the build up anymore. We don't really see what's going on. It's like I feel like we're really isolated. So weird. Because the other years from 2020 forward, I used to talk about every other country as well in all my predictions, because I mean I could see what was going on, and I could see, okay, so now there's this election, so I'm gonna predict about this election. Oh, there's this going on, so let's predict about this bad situation. I feel like even like when I search it up on YouTube, it's really hard to find information from what's going on in other countries. That's why I mainly talk about the U.S. now, because I feel like I don't know what's going on. I mean, I could predict it based off of my visions, but that's also a little bit difficult. Maybe she is on medication and it's making her unstable. It's not the medication for anything. She's definitely mentally messed up, sadly. I don't think it's the medication. She's really messed up, friends. I think maybe like all the traumas, all the stuff that she lived, plus the medication really messed her up. Very sad. Qué triste. Bueno, pues let's do the NFL predictions. If you use it for your betting, si ganas mitis, nos damos mitis, mitas. ¿Qué les iba a decir? Again, si ustedes usan estas predicciones, this is just a fun segment. The only ones I take super serious are my final predictions, the final game. This shouldn't even be serious. This should just be like a fun little segment, quick little segment. I give you what I think, and then if you guys win something, you give me half. I'm just kidding. Miti. Yeah, miti. Maybe she's on medication. It happened yesterday. It happened yesterday. Pero, okay, ya no tarda, friends. Ya no tarda de que she la internen a la pobrecita. Todo lo que ha sufrido. Quisiera tocarla para hacerle sanación. Porque anda muy mal. Pero half and half. If we have time at the end, I'll show you guys the energy of Archangel Raphael. It's something new that I learned how to do. It's very strong, and a lot of people actually recovered from health issues instantly when I showed it to them on a live. It's very beautiful. Today, not to lie to you, today como que amanecí like, I don't know, the solar flare messed me up. Every time there's like really strong movements in terms of earthquakes, in terms of like natural stuff, it really messes me up, and like I feel like discombobulated. Okay. Yes, Jasmine. Yes. Okay. In terms of what NFL are we on? Week 11, no? It's week 11, no? NFL week 11. But I don't know why YouTube has been failing a lot. I don't know why YouTube has been failing a lot. Llegó mi partner. Okay. I don't know why YouTube has been... Me va a regañar ahorita porque dejé un cochinero en la house. It's because I took out like a pot because I felt like really uncomfortable, so I put my hands in cold water because it's really good to cut that energy. Cuando you feel frustrated or you feel like negative, ice water will cut that energy. And y así me sentía earlier today, and I did it y dejé el pot ahí a ver si no me regañan. Seems to be a YouTube delay lately. Yeah, and the times that it's crashed, it's been YouTube. I've Week 11. Thank you, Leticia. Anyways, okay, que ganaron los Jets. Twice me han ganado los Jets. Pero no creo que haya a third time. Week 11 NFL, between Jets and Patriots. I see Patriots winning between Commanders and Dolphins. I see Dolphins winning between Packers and Giants. I see Packers winning between Texans and Titans. I see Texans winning between Panthers and Falcons. I see Falcons winning between Bears and Vikings. I see Vikings winning between Buccaneers and Bills. I see Bills winning between Bengals and Steelers. I see Steelers winning between 49ers and Cardinals. I see 49ers winning between Seahawks and Rams. I see Rams winning between Chiefs and Broncos. I see Chiefs winning between Ravens and Browns. I see Ravens winning between Lions and Eagles. I see Eagles winning between Cowboys and Raiders. I see Cowboys winning.